Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're passionate about understanding how national budgets impact real lives and how government decisions shape public safety, development, and accountability, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Today, we're unpacking a major development that's making waves in Uganda's political and security landscape: the dramatic reduction of the national police budget from a massive shs2.5 trillion to just shs925.12 billion. This kind of cut is not just a number on paper. It's a seismic shift with implications that ripple far beyond the corridors of Parliament. At first glance, the reduction seems like a bold cost-cutting measure, possibly aimed at reallocating funds toward sectors deemed more critical to national recovery and development. But the reality is far more layered and, for many, deeply concerning. The Uganda police force, often under scrutiny for its conduct and criticized for its handling of public protests, security operations, and political opposition, now faces the challenge of doing more with drastically less. A reduction of over shs1.5 trillion is not just belt-tightening, it's a complete overhaul of expectations, resources, and strategy. So what exactly does this mean? For starters, operational capacity is likely to suffer. Vehicles that needed replacement might now remain grounded. Fuel budgets may be slashed. Training programs that were once routine could become luxuries. Recruitment plans might be halted, leaving the current workforce stretched thin and potentially demoralized. In a country where law enforcement already struggles with public trust and institutional credibility, this reduction could further undermine morale within the force and effectiveness on the ground. One must ask, what led to such a steep cut? Some analysts believe the decision is part of a larger reprioritization of government spending. With Uganda navigating economic recovery post-COVID, managing its debt obligations, and investing heavily in infrastructure and health, the security sector might have been identified as an area where expenditures could be curbed. But is cutting nearly two-thirds of the police budget the wisest way forward? Critics of the force, on the other hand, have welcomed the reduction with cautious optimism. For years, the Uganda police force has been accused of spending lavishly, operating with limited transparency, and allocating funds in questionable ways. A reduced budget, they argue, could act as a catalyst for reform, forcing the institution to become leaner, more efficient, and more accountable to the public. However, for ordinary citizens, this cut also brings worry. Uganda still grapples with high rates of theft, domestic violence, land disputes, and rising urban crime. If the police are underfunded, how will they respond to emergencies? Will rural communities see fewer patrols? Will investigations be slowed down? And most worryingly, could we see an increase in extrajudicial methods as officers find themselves lacking proper tools or resources? Parliamentarians who supported the budget cut insist that the move was data-driven and aligned with national goals. They argue that spending must reflect pressing needs, and that policing should evolve, not just grow financially. But the Uganda police force isn't just a line item in a ledger. It's a living, breathing system that touches millions of lives, for better or worse. There's also the political undertone that cannot be ignored. With the government facing growing opposition and unrest in certain areas, how the police are funded, or underfunded, could be a subtle recalibration of power. Some speculate it could be a way to restrict the force's reach or reduce its political role. Others fear it could be a distraction, concealing shifts in funding toward other, less transparent security entities. Whatever the motive, the truth is that this budget cut forces a critical conversation about priorities, accountability, and the future of law enforcement in Uganda. Are we looking at a calculated strategy to transform the police into a smarter, more community-focused force? Or is this simply a financial necessity that may compromise public safety in the long run? Only time will tell. What's certain is that this reduction will be felt in every district, every station, and possibly every household. It's not just a financial story. It's a story about national identity, security, and what kind of future Uganda envisions for its people. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis helpful and want to stay up to date with more breakdowns on political decisions and their real-world impact, don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment with your thoughts, and share this video with others who care about transparency, governance, and justice. Until next time, stay informed and stay empowered.